You've learned how to handle cash and checks. Now it's time to bring it all together. In this final module of our Teller Basics training series, we're diving into processing transactions. Every day, tellers process hundreds of transactions: deposits, withdrawals, loan payments, negotiable items, card advances, even foreign currency exchanges. Doing them quickly, accurately, and compliantly is what separates a good teller from a great one. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to handle these transactions, what red flags to watch for, and which regulations protect you, the member, and the institution. By the end of this training, you'll be able to identify and accurately process common branch transactions, deposits, withdrawals, negotiable items, loan payments, bank card transactions, and foreign currency. Apply institution policy, security measures, and federal regulations such as Regulation CC, BSA AML, and the USA Patriot Act to each transaction. Recognize signals of suspicious activity and know how to escalate. Build confidence and consistency so your daily balancing is clean and stress-free. In our earlier modules, you learned how to handle cash and checks. You practiced drawer setup, count back techniques, and spotting altered notes or forged checks. All those skills now combines as we move into full transaction processing. Think about the last time you processed a complicated transaction. How did you verify the items? Did you explain the hold policy to the member? Keep these experiences in mind as we dive in. Tellers are the front line of the bank or credit union. You are simultaneously a cash handler, ensuring accuracy, a member service rep, delivering friendly, clear communication, a compliance officer in miniature, following regulations and internal policies. Every transaction you process should flow through 3 mental steps. The first, verify. Identify the member, review the instruments, check balances, and confirm signatures. Number 2, process. Enter the transaction correctly in the system. Handle cash, checks, or electronic items accordingly to policy. Number 3, communicate. Explain what you're doing, confirm amounts, and manage member experiences. Number 1, deposits. Deposits can include cash, checks, or a mix. Here are some steps. Greet and identify the member. Check ID or use on-file authentication. Review deposit slip for accuracy. Date, account number, payee name, total cash, and total checks. Count cash using the 2-count method, bad checks, and verify endorsement. Enter each item into the teller system exactly as presented. Apply Regulation CC hold policies when required. Announce the total and provide a receipt. Thank the member. Compliance tips. Always verify endorsements on checks before accepting. Be alert for structuring, splitting large deposits to avoid reporting. File CTR, Currency Transaction Report, for cash deposits over $10,000 in a single day. Number 2, withdrawals. Withdrawals involve paying cash or issuing a cashier's check. Steps. Confirm account ownership and available balance. Obtain member signature on withdrawal slip. Compare signature with system records. Verify ID for large amounts. Count at cash using the count back method and announce denominations. For large withdrawals, follow dual control and internal security procedures. Compliance tip. Watch for third parties trying to withdraw from someone else's account. Be alert for unusual behavior or instructions. CTR rules also apply to cash withdrawals. Number 3, negotiable items, cashier's checks, money orders. Steps. Verify member's account and available funds. Prepare the negotiable instrument accurately. Payee, date, amount. Use secure stock and follow dual control procedures. Obtain proper signatures or approvals as policy dictates. Compliance tip. High-value cashier's checks are frequent targets for fraud. Log them. Never pre-sign or release bank instruments. Number 4, loan payments. Steps. Confirm member's loan account number. Accept cash, check, or transfer from another account. Post the payment correctly. Principal versus interest versus escrow. Provide a receipt showing the applied payment. Compliance tip: don't accept third-party checks for loan payments unless allowed. For payoffs, verify payoff quote and ensure correct amount posted. Number 5, bank card transactions, cash advances and payments. Steps: verify the cardholder's identity. Swipe or enter card data into the terminal. Have cardholder sign as required. Disperse cash only after authorization. Compliance tips: follow Visa MasterCard cash advance limits. Watch the repeated large advances on multiple cards, possible fraud. Number 6, foreign currency exchange. Steps: verify member identity. Use up-to-date exchange rates from your institution system. Count foreign currency carefully. Note denominations. For outgoing orders, explain delivery times and fees. Compliance tip: large foreign currency transactions can trigger AML monitoring. Keep copies of identification as required by policy. Regulations and security measures that affect transactions. Regulation CC, funds availability, tells you when deposited funds must be available. Bank Secrecy Act, BSA, requires CTRs for cash over $10,000 and SARs for suspicious activity. USA Patriot Act, KIP, know your customer, verify ID before opening accounts or processing certain transactions. Internal policies, dual control, approval limits, instrument logs, and holds. Security best practice: never process a transaction under someone else's credentials. Lock your screen when away. Keep your cash drawer closed and balanced. Trust your instincts and escalate suspicious activity. Signals of suspicious activity. Red flags include members making multiple transactions just under reporting thresholds. Third parties conducting transactions on behalf of someone else. Unusual requests like cashing a check for a non-member at high value. Large cash withdrawals inconsistent with members' history. Nervous or evasive behavior. Reluctance to show ID. If you see a red flag, complete the transaction only if policy allows. Immediately notify your supervisor or compliance officer. Document details. You may be asked to assist with a suspicious activity report. SAR. Use the VPC method for every transaction. That's verify, process, communicate. Keep a pretty quick reference sheet of CTR and hold policies at your station. Practice narrating what you're doing to members. It builds trust and reduces disputes. Try these scenarios. A member deposits $9,800 cash 3 times in a week. What should you do? A non-member wants cash. A large check drawn on your institution. What's your procedure? A member brings in foreign currency with no ID. Do you know how to handle it? Pause the video right here to answer those 3 questions. Pair your answers to policy. Multiple cash deposits may require escalation for structuring. Non-member large cashing may need manager approval or refusal. Foreign currency without ID cannot be processed per KIP rules. Name 3 common teller transactions and 1 key compliance step for each. What regulation sets funds availability rules? List 2 red flags that may indicate suspicious activity. What are the 3 steps of the VPC method? Processing transactions is where all your teller skills come together. By verifying, processing, and communicating each step, you protect the member, the institution, and yourself. Remember, apply Regulation CC for deposits, follow BSA for cash, and escalate anything that feels off. Practice your procedures until they are second nature. If you found this training helpful, hit that like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss our next modules on teller skills and compliance. Share this video with your team or use it in your branch training. Thanks for watching Get It, where tellers learn to do it right the first time.